We've had quite a few challenges putting this video together. Unfortunately, we won't be able to use the full footage from Got Talent, but that won't stop us. We've had to virtually recreate the entire stage from the Sacred Riana's performance on Asia's Got Talent. In the center, we have Rihanna's Pandora's box, with the large screen in the background, the 8 side panels, and the strange grid on the front wall. This simulation will allow us to see what's happening, even inside the box, and view everything from different angles around the stage and from the audience galleries. This way, we can better understand how the impossible becomes possible. If anyone wants to watch the full trick before we dive into the analysis, I will leave a link in the video description. Go watch it and come back. In summary, here's how the trick goes. Before starting, it has to be shown that the box is completely empty and that there's nothing around or beneath it. Then, the ritual begins. Rihanna will speak in Latin, saying, "The door is now open." At this moment, zombies will begin emerging from the box, one after another. More than 10 of these supposed zombies will come onto the stage. Wait, is it even possible for them to just appear out of nowhere? As we reach the end of the act, Rihanna enters the box, and the demons begin to surround her. But once they open the box, there's no one inside. And as we're left wondering where she could have gone, this happens. Rihanna suddenly appears behind the judges just moments after the box has been opened. How is that even possible? In this video, we're going to reveal how this was done, because obviously, ghosts don't exist. What was that? Some viewers have been a bit confused, accusing this channel of promoting atheism simply because we encourage people to think critically. If anyone bases their beliefs on the assumption that the magic tricks we've analyzed on this channel are anything more than illusions, they might want to reconsider their reasoning. Rational thinking tells us that nothing can come from nothing, meaning it's impossible for the entire universe to have just popped into existence out of nowhere. So, what existed before everything? This is why ancient thinkers and even some scientists in the last century believed that the universe must have always existed. Yet, strong scientific evidence now suggests that everything, including time itself, had a beginning. At this point, our reason hits a wall, a boundary that can only be crossed with theories about what we cannot see, and with principles that we have to trust without direct experience. This is what we call faith. In other words, science also demands a certain amount of belief in what is unseen in order to uncover the truth. Faith, when guided by reason, helps us reveal these truths. However, faith without reason can stray into the irrational, just as pure reason without humility can lead to flawed conclusions. That's why thinking that the entire universe, with its laws, order, the diversity of nature, or the complex language of our genetic code, could have come from nothing is akin to believing in magic. Or perhaps it takes even more faith than believing that there is an intelligence or reason behind it all, something far greater than our own. Now, back to the magic trick. Let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Fakes Buster. Today we're diving into the Sacred Riana's Pandora's Box illusion from her winning performance on Asia's Got Talent in 2017. In these clips, you can see how excited she was on that day. Of course, I don't need to clarify that she isn't a ghost and that the zombies accompanying her aren't real zombies, but rather the assistants helping with the trick. In this other sequence, we can see the zombies removing the locks from the box so that they can move it. We can also see them closing the box's doors as they exit, allowing more zombies to come out without revealing the trick. Since it's impossible for something to come from nothing, the 12 zombies must come from somewhere. But fitting them all in the box? That's impossible. They wouldn't fit. So, the first suspect is the wall, and that's exactly where we spot something suspicious. One of the squares in the grid looks slightly different from the rest. This suggests there's a hidden door in the wall. The only possible place where the zombies could be hiding is behind this panel. A clue that strengthens our suspicion is that shadows can be seen moving behind the wall. Toward the end of the trick, you can also see that the suspicious square has a small hole, confirming the possibility of a secret door. There are also some suspicious details with the box. In one of the final sequences, when the zombies open it, you can see a gap behind them, hinting at another hidden door. These elements suggest the presence of hinges. But this still doesn't solve the central problem. How do 12 zombies move from behind the wall to the box without being seen? Either by the cameras filming from the sides or by the audience watching from various angles. There's a theory circulating online that says the wall subtly moves closer to the box without anyone noticing. However, as we see in the simulation, it's highly unlikely this goes unnoticed, as there are too many angles from which the movement would be visible. Plus, if we compare the images throughout the act, we don't find any evidence of the wall moving. The box can't move either because it's locked in place by the brakes, which the zombies only remove later when they push the box. So, the issue remains. The wall and the box stay in place. This leaves us with only one alternative. A bridge must connect the wall to the box, allowing the zombies to move from one side to the other. Without a bridge, even with smoke effects, they'd be easily spotted by the reflections on the floor. Unless, of course, the entire audience and camera crew were in on it. But that should be our last resort. Even though I'm convinced the trick uses a bridge, I still haven't figured out how to prove it. Let's see what happens at the end. Riana enters the box and closes it. She likely crosses through the wall at this point. Then, the zombies remove the brakes and push the box, giving her over a minute to move across the stage and appear behind the judges. Let's remember, this is a crucial moment. Everyone is focused on the stage, and everything around it is dimly lit. Just before Riana reappears, you can see the audience in the front row looking quite restless, especially the woman on the right, who seems to realize what's about to happen. Riana doesn't materialize out of nowhere. She stands up and surprises the judges by appearing behind them. Honestly, I was ready to conclude this explanation because I couldn't find any evidence to support my theory. I had reviewed the side angles over and over again, but despite my logic telling me there had to be a bridge, I just couldn't see it. I was about to give up when I searched YouTube again for the Sacred Riana, and a thumbnail caught my attention. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. As the video loaded, the image froze for a few seconds and I finally saw the answer. What I had missed before now seemed so clear. I had been looking right at the answer all along, but I wasn't able to see it. People with autism are often great at recognizing patterns, And that's exactly what happened. There was a distortion in the pattern, and I realized that the answer had been in front of me the whole time. It was an optical illusion. They were using mirrors to replicate the grid pattern of the panel, creating the illusion of continuity. The bridge I had been looking for was right in front of us, and the mirrors made it almost invisible, no matter the angle. This serves as a metaphor to close out the video. Often, what is essential is invisible to the eyes.